HBO's Veep has always taken a satirical look at American politics, but it's now ended in the middle of what may be our most polarizing political era yet. Star Anna Chlumsky sat down with Dasha to chat about the show's final season and whether the reality of politics right now is stranger than fiction.
We know broadly what Veep is about. It's about a politician,
Yes.
Selena Meyer,
Yes.
who starts as a vice president, and now we see her ascend. But what is the show actually about?
Our goal has always been to satirize politics. Ever since one human being has tried to govern another, they've been rife for ridicule, and yeah, we see it as our duty to do such, to satirize, to ridicule, to examine the absurdity of politics with humor.
What do you think is the power in satire, especially looking at politics now? I mean, these characters are kind of horrible people.
Yeah.
Do you think they make the real guys look better, worse, more easy to examine?
I think the characters just reflect the characters that you would meet today in actuality. Satire does a service to society. I think that you need humor sometimes to open those emotional and mental doors that you would otherwise be keeping closed, sometimes fastly closed.
You know, right now, we're living in some kind of dark times when it comes to how polarized and, negative people on all sides are. Do you think there is still humor to be found? I mean, I was telling some folks I personally am devastated to see Veep go because it's been sort of guiding me through the world of politics. Has been helping me try to see the humor.
Yeah. I do. I think everything's. I think a sense of humor is an attitude, but you do the whole that adage of like you laugh to keep from crying, right? It is a therapy. It is a way to move on. It is a way to rise above and to maybe survive some of the darker moments when you're reading the news.
People have a lot of conversations around the show and feminism, right? For me, what I love about it is I think it's very rare in comedy, especially, to have an unlikable female character that still captivates an audience.
Yeah. It is quite powerful. I think it's, it does speak to progress when we're allowed to give our attention to a female who is, in addition to being very beautiful and very smart, also unlikable at many times.
Yeah, not traditionally charming.
Oh, guess what? We're being more equal now that we can be as unlikable as the men.
Yeah, I love when Selena says, like, I love how much America hates women.
It's easy still societally for people to see a woman that is not traditionally in the archetypes of mother or object, and not vilify her for not being those things. You know what I mean? I think in order to see a woman with flaws and also appreciate her qualities is the step forward, as opposed to just vilifying her.
What have you taken away from the show, both personally, but also what has the show taught you about government and politics and the things you love about our system, the things you maybe want to change?
I think the thing I've really sort of learned by now, after having done a 7th season, is really, we've always known that art reflects life, but I'm seeing it how art reflects that collective tone. Everything is in the extremities. It's that clickbait thing that may or may not have even contributed to the results of the election. So we are reflecting that too. We kind of are high octane in the same way that the media and I think politics and our whole society is sort of high octane right now.
And I'm sure the cursing helps. The best cursing I've ever heard on any show. They've turned cursing into an art. I don't think we can play any of that on our show, but it is brilliant.
It's okay. Well, that's why you have to tune in.